first show. I'm your host, Carrnation. I'm with a special guest of mine. Y'all know him as Flutes, or No Flutes. I know him as Anwar Overton. Alright, this is my first friend, my first entire friend in high school. You know when you have the homeroom? This is my first friend at homeroom. And from that moment, we was, 98. We was cool since. But I'm gonna have him talk to y'all about everything.
What's going on, y'all, man? Anwar, Overton, NOTES, that stands for Naturally Outgoing, Talented, Entertaining, and Spiritual.
Keep talking, I'm gonna turn the fan off.
That's the vibe, man. Like, I play 9 different instruments. I've always been about just bringing peace to the soul. I mean, since high school, Devon, we linked up and we was cool ever since. Day when, like he said, homeroom.
I'm talking about like within first 20 minutes of me coming to school. Like, if you see this man with the flute or any instrument you see him doing, this is not a get rich quick scheme shit. In music class, War was always into that. Like, it's funny that he can rap. That's the funny thing. Anwar can rap. Like, those like.
Yes,
I knew Anwar for rapping. Like, that's what like years later, after, because this is my first time seeing Anwar, I want to say like 19, 20 years. Mm-hmm. But we was always still cool on social media. Always giving each other positive, show your War, do your thing. He giving me same thing, do your thing. So that's one thing. It's funny that people always say like, yo, you ain't gotta be around somebody to still, for them to still be your friend. Exactly. And I think that's how me and Russ like. I didn't see him in 20 years, but I was like, yo, War, do your fucking thing, my nigga. Like, what you do is what I've been seeing this. Like, this nigga don't want to be a rapper. This nigga know he want to be some Mozart shit.
And that's the vibe, man. And I got some music coming out right now with me and the violinist girl, Bree Black. She's singing. I'm actually rapping, you know what I'm saying, showing my skills off. And this has always been about the good energy and the positive vibes. I think that's one of the things that made us become best friends.
Yeah.
Right off the get-go. I was always like, yo, that's my dude. You know what I mean? I rocks with him. I definitely rocks with him. And there's a lot of dudes I didn't rock with. You know what I'm saying? And you out of like maybe like the 4 people that I actually really messed with, man, you definitely was top. Yeah, you was number 1.
I remember like even not to be all nostalgic everyone, but I remember like even when like me and Anwar had like a little fight. And how 15-year-old kids, we had a fight, and the next day you'd have thought we didn't fought. Like, we was like, alright, whatever, nigga.
That's a fact.
Alright, whatever, nigga. Like, I did some, I did fucked up shit, my bad. Like I did some snake 15-year-old nigga shit by talking to someone that he was talking to behind his back. We ain't gonna say her name, because I don't want, shorty boy married.
Yeah, I'll throw it all out there, but, you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't even really a fight to me. It was like, we always would argue anyway.
Yo, and keep in mind, this nigga can cut your, he would cut your ass.
Yeah, man.
Anwar, nigga, will cut your ass for like 20 minutes in school. So you just like, yo, Anwar, handle that.
This is my brother, man. Like, we would sit there and cut jokes on each other for a whole day.
You know what I'm saying? And people wonder how y'all still cool, because I don't really think he's trying to hurt my feelings. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
that's all I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? War, tell the people how long you been like doing the instruments. Like,
I've been doing
since high school and everything.
Pretty much since high school. I never had an instructor. It's something that, I taught myself. And I just, kept digging deep into it as time went along. It's like my mom used to always call me, like, she's like, yo, you're like a peacemaker, like a peace Jedi. And I really was trying to fight that until I realized, like, yo, that's who I am.
We all was, War.
Exactly.
We all was.
And that's why our energies was so on point together, because we were all peacemakers.
Yo, we literally all, it's so sad, like, because when you think back when we was younger, because we went to South Shore High School. I had like another guest on the show, Vic, he went to South Shore too, so I know y'all probably heard me and him say, that shit was like jail. That shit was like, but it made us comfortable being in jail. Mm-hmm. That's how sick of a mentality like that school kind of was. If you think about it in hindsight, we talk good about it, but in hindsight, we think about, I want to send my kids to no fucking school like that. Like, hell no. Like, I don't want you to be comfortable living in an environment where there's security guards around you nonstop. Mm-hmm. There's police headquarters downstairs, in the lunchroom. Metal detectors coming to school, fights, gangs, cuts, slashing. I wouldn't want my kids to go through that shit, but that's what we went through. We got comfortable in that environment. So him playing the flute, like he said, like he was hiding that, that peacemaker inside of him. And it's just the truth. Like we all was. We all could have been saying probably way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, there was so much going on at South Shore. Like you said, it was definitely jail time. It definitely was not influential in growth and being a better person. So, oh man, it's so good to see my boy D. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, when he came out the elevator, y'all understand, I looked at him like, yo, this is fucking Anwar Overton. But it felt like, damn, I'm gonna sound old. So it felt like September 9th, 1998 all over again. The first day of school, we met each other. Oh shit, what up, bro? What's your name? He said, my name's Anwar. First, I never heard nobody named Anwar before. That's what made me even talk to him. That's the first time I heard that name. That's what I'm like, oh shit, I never heard that name before. This nigga cool. Nigga darker than me too. Like fuck. And you know what's funny? Quick story. I always wanted to be dark skinned. Always wanted to be dark. I used to lie to people I was dark skinned, but I was never dark skinned. Cause you know you had this Maurice Chetner back then. He was a man back then, so he wanted to be that nigga.
Tay Diggs, all them dudes, man. But like,
so when the album coming out? You said you got an album coming out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be dropping this song in November called Boomerang. It's just an energy song about when you do what you thought about you get back, featuring Bree Black. And then we're gonna shoot for like March for that album to come out. It'll be on Apple Music, go on all of the platforms. But that's the vibe, man. Trying to get some drink with Lizzo.
Of course, nice. Yeah. Since COVID happened last year, has that affected your your gigs?
Definitely. I mean, I know that affected everybody. Before the COVID, like I had a month before the COVID was crazy. Like I was doing like 3 celebrity weddings every week. I did Little Kim's tribute to Biggie party. Everybody was there, Fabulous or Fat Joe and stuff like that. So Little Kim was like, yo, she wanted me and the violinist girl to come out and do some stuff with her for Biggie's birthday. We was gonna go on tour with her and stuff like that. And then I had another big gig that was in London that I was supposed to go to in April, but all of that got canceled. So it was like I was peaking.
Yeah.
About to drop 50 in the first quarter, and they were like, yo, you gotta come out the game. So, but I mean, it made me just go harder.
How about this year though?
This year, I mean, everything's cycling back. I actually have an instructor now. This is world-renowned flautist is what you call it, flute player, named Greg Patillo. He's like amazing. So he's like the Yoda, if you want to use a Star Wars reference. He's like the Yoda of playing the flute, and I just got a chance to go kick it with him for 2 weeks. So now I'm going to be doing this flute bebop thing. Really take this pipe game to the next level.
How far you see it going?
I'm going to be doing this for life. When the song, I mean, like you said, I've always been rapping, always been in the lunchroom, high school, like beat.
Oh, yo.
You know what I'm saying? It's just flowing and
remember the grinding beat? Like, come on.
Yeah, we used to tear that up.
Tear that shit up. I was a nigga DJ, like, yo, damn, I got the beat, you do your thing.
Yeah, so we gonna work on that. We gonna flow, and we just gonna keep it going, man. Like you said, we peacemakers, so we gonna be doing that for life. That's something that's our soul.
Yeah, that was already in us.
Exactly. We went in the vessel or not, we still gonna be doing that to the heavens above. So,
look, one of the things, it's funny. I was watching the whole verses with Dipset versus like on the Lots, and I'm not gonna lie. What made me want to interview Anwar even more was like, cause Jadakiss was his name.
That's my guy.
You understand? Like,
shout out to Jada.
I forgot what class. I feel like it's film class where we must have listened to We Are the Streets and got in trouble so fucking much. Yo, I'm talking about we listened to that whole album. We had there was no AirPods back then, y'all. We had the fucking Walkman, so sometimes by mistake the shit is loud. You know what I mean? So it's like, and we playing that shit. And when Fuck You first came out, it was just a bad time. We shouldn't be even singing that shit, but we were just ODing in film class. Remember on keyboard in class too, was wilding on keyboard, it was just stupid shit.
He was wilding out in every class.
So when I saw the whole verse, I thought about Anwar, like, nah, I gotta interview Anwar, cause that was his dude, like Jada was dude.
That's what man.
I brought it up also to ask you, what's your opinion about the verses? Yeah.
I mean, I love D Black, I love Jada. I actually love Dipset too. I thought Dipset was actually going to be more prepared for the verses. I mean, being that you in the garden, like, that's like trying to go perform in front of like Hove, and you don't got your joint straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they definitely were supposed to take that opportunity and really come out legendary. Jadakiss did what I knew he was gonna do. That's my boy. Like, I got a chance to meet Jadakiss at the Little Kim tribute. I got some pictures with him. And one of the things I love about D Block outside of music is Styles P. You know, he has car wash up in Yonkers. Like, he was the one who actually got me my first flute. He put money up and bought me like an actual flute that was mine. So shout out to Styles P, the whole D Block fam.
Everything comes full circle.
It comes full circle.
How I looked at it, like the verses, let me just know, I looked at it as a battle because, like you said, like, remember that Tyra meme from like American Next Top Model where, remember that shit where she like, we was all rooting for you.
Yeah.
I literally wanted Dipset to win. Because, you know, Cameron's my favorite rapper of all time.
I know.
Cameron's my favorite rapper of all time. I don't think he's the best. He's just my favorite rapper of all time.
He was on Cam hard.
Yeah, so I'm talking about, pause, but I'm talking about before he was like killer, like that was like just from the mixtape, I was always a Cam fan. And it just let me, like, the battle let me realize even more, if you and your team is not in sync, it's not gonna work right. It can be you and your girl. If you guys not in sync, it's just not gonna match. Yeah. People can see some sports, you don't even belong there together. The Lox is a brotherhood, a clear brotherhood.
Since day one.
Like, they wanted Jada to go solo, and he said, fuck no.
Nope.
No. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. You know? And I love the fact, like, when Dipset was trying to bomb on Sheek, Jada said, oh, really, you trying to bomb on Sheek? She played Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
And if you know Reservoir Dogs, that's one of Sheek hardest verses
on that.
Was on Reservoir Dogs. So, and you like, shit, I ain't got nothing for that. And you heard Jada in the background say, y'all ain't got nothing for that.
Fine.
Y'all ain't got nothing for that. It's just like, but it shows you the brother. Like, we're not gonna make you bomb on him. Just because you might think he's the weakest thing. You're not gonna bomb on him.
He came hard, and he could do that pretty much.
He owns D-Block, right? Yeah. Like, I think he owns. I could be wrong, but I feel like he owns like the whole like label of anything. Like, he owns D-Block.
He's D-Block.
Yeah, he's D-Block.
He's the dude that look pretty and still knock you out. Like, that's their big man.
Silverback gorilla. Like,
yeah, you always gotta have that big man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
but you saw like when D-Block was bombing on Joel's, no one came to Joel's rescue. I'm like, damn. It just shows you like, if you not in sync with your brotherhood, it ain't gonna work. Or even your relationship, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's funny too, because I watched like an interview with them and Angie Martinez, and Styles was like, how Cameron gotta come there and front like he liked these dudes for a few hours, and that joint was so funny to me. I was like, wow.
He said that before the verses?
Yeah, he said that before the verses.
Shit, and look at that.
It's crazy.
It's like, he wasn't lying. Like, he wasn't lying. Like, it looked like they did not fuck with each other at all.
For real.
And me just loving the set back then, that was just what made you love them outside of them? I'm gonna say this one last thing also to what made me realize they wasn't in sync with each other. They still thought they core fans, which is us that grew up with them, was still 19.
Yeah. Like, we ain't sitting there jumping up and down.
Yeah, we don't care if you pretty, like, you know, you justify anymore. Like, yo, it's cool, but where your bars at? You know what I mean? It's cool. Trust me. I like a fly shit like, you know, like anybody else. But okay, where your bars at though? Like, come on.
The verses.
Yeah,
the verses.
Well, that's the thing. D-Block didn't make it a verse. They made it into a battle rap.
Yes, he was battling.
Yeah, they made it into a battle rap.
Let me see what you got.
Yeah,
that's what you supposed to.
Jada, somebody said one of the funniest shit on Instagram. It's like Jada was already cheating. He already had performance enhancing drugs when he brought the fucking Timbs. Word, because he literally said, yo, fuck it, I'm wearing Tim. No, Louis, I'm wearing this. Come in here with regular shorts. Come in here with a white t-shirt. And I'm coming, I'm gonna have some jewelry on, but you already know what I'm about.
Yeah, he already knew they was food.
Like, yo, literally. He looked at them, like the whole time he's looking at them like, I'm really gonna break out in half.
Like, yo, take all the smoke and mirrors and the glamour out of it, and I'm gonna go ball with you. And like, that's, man, anytime you do that, yo, they gonna get most of the wins.
Because, you know, in hindsight, let's just be honest. I know we stayed on the whole versus battle, which is good because me and you catching up. In hindsight, a lot of people don't realize, like, Dipset's always gonna be, like, you know, known for the flashiness, for the cars, you know, for the girls, all that stuff. But I was very happy that I hate to say this corny shit. I hate people say like Jada got his flowers. It ain't just Jada got his flowers. It's the Locks. Them as a unit, got their recognition. That it probably was long overdue. Long overdue.
That's a fact.
Long overdue.
Definitely fact.
Like we had to realize that we also forgot. Like yo, remember they probably learned a lot of stage presence from Puffy, from Puff, from Big. Remember they was around all that shit. So a lot of people don't realize how Jada know how to command the crowd. Sonny, learn from Puff. So what you want about Puff?
Yeah.
Puff is an entertainer at his core.
Early.
Fuck all the other shit he probably has done. You know, or the fuck shit he probably has done. But at his core, Puff is an entertainer. You think he rehearsed and told him, yo, they probably know about rehearsing from being on tour with Puff, Big, with X, all that shit. You gotta rehearse. Jada knew everybody's song.
They knew everybody's song.
They knew everybody's song.
They spit it. They was together, like the choreography on stage.
At one point, I didn't even know whose song it was anymore because it was all spitting it together.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I don't even know. I forgot whose song is this.
So much energy, but like
togetherness.
It was so soluble, like
yo, I'm so happy for them, but yo,
and we forgetting the fourth man, like the DJ.
The DJ was the MVP. Right was the MVP.
He had like 50 assists.
Yo, he literally alley-ooped some Chris Paul, Blake Griffin shit non-stop.
Really? Anytime Jada was like, drop that, boom.
Let me tell y'all, in your opinion, what changed the tide of the battle?
When Jada went into his all raises. The team is all Jada's.
When that Who Shot Your Beat came out, that was it.
That was it.
Because if you knew that freestyle, you already know. I'm like, he about to fucking finish. I was hoping that Cam would have came back with a freestyle zone. Because Killer got mad freestyle. Killer got mad freestyle. So I'm like, Cam, you gotta do something too. But when he didn't do it, and it was still doing the same versus format, playing song for song, you fucked up. Because you didn't realize that Jada's making this into a battle. You still think it's a regular versus, or you play your song. No. We're gonna battle rap this shit.
That was like the best.
That's the best versus. That was
the best versus.
I thought it could have topped Gucci and Jeezy.
Yeah.
Well, Gucci and Jeezy, I was just scared. Yeah, I was just scared that somebody might get hurt.
Yeah, I was looking.
Were you there?
I was out. Yeah, I was definitely around.
So how was the intensity for that shit?
It was crazy.
Yo,
you could know that there's a beef going on.
You felt that shit through the fucking TV. Like, damn, so that whole niggas is okay after this shit.
And I'm like, do we leave now before this goes?
Seriously.
It didn't even.
Yo, when Gucci said like, bringing man back, picking man out the dirt, I said, oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know if I could have let that slide.
No, but in hindsight, you think about it, but you sent a nigga to kill me. So, you know, you think about everything what Gucci was saying, was he really wrong? Like, you know what I mean?
He's definitely not.
Yeah, was he really wrong? Like, you sent somebody to murk my shit. I could have been here.
Yeah.
You know, you thinking about all that shit, you know, because you think like, nah, Gucci OD'ing, but like, he wasn't really OD'ing.
He wasn't. That was between them. They kept it professional, you know what I'm saying? And
they shot the shit out of me at the end when they played So Icy. Oh, I didn't see that shit coming at all.
They made it entertaining.
They made it?
Like you're supposed to,
So, speaking of entertainment, War, so you said the album's coming out this year?
Yes.
Any shows that we could like come to?
Yeah. September 2nd, I'm going to be at in Williamsburg at this spot called Sweet Science.
All right.
So I have a 2-hour show. It's called the Notes Experience, and you just come down, get some food, get some drinks, and just
I'm dead.
Watch me do my thing.
I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying? And we usually have a surprise guest, so I'm gonna keep that as a surprise. But it's always a great time. It's always a great time.
But I got a surprise for y'all as well. I'm gonna ease off in the cut and let War play this few for y'all.
Hey,
do your thing, War.
Hold on. Let's get busy with it.
Get busy, War. Come on.
Yes, Sam. You always gotta take the joint out. Oh, look, I came prepared. I'm ready. And shout out South Shore High School, man. To all y'all that's going there and y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I know they changed it up a little bit, but I'm down to go there and bring some positive light.
There we go, War. There we go.
Alright.
Now, let me see if I know my music. Was that lean back?
That was a little bit like a little lean back type of vibe. And this is, I'm glad he caught on. This is my brother. Man.
Listen, that once again how we connected because we know music. We was into music mad young, not even remember. We wasn't just into the music all the time. Even the music before, we was just into music.
Yeah, man. This dude would come and be bringing up like old
shit,
50s, 60s. I'm like, yo.
Shit, but my parents put me on to all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
You don't even realize that I was born in Jamaica. Like no, like you probably thought I was born here, but nah, my parents was always into. Well, my mother, she was always into every fucking type of music you think of, whether it's African music, like Spanish music. She just liked to hear beats. She was just always into that shit. She didn't care what color, what nationality, what sexual orientation was. If you can make music, she just gonna fuck with it.
That's a vibe. And you know what's crazy too? Like, you know, my grandmother was from Jamaica. She was born in Jamaica. My father was Jamaican. Like, so I remember one time calling this dude's house back when you had phones. You had to do this thing right here. The kids don't know nothing about this, right? So I remember calling, I think your mom picked up, and they had a super Jamaican accent. I'm like, oh snap, I'm home.
And then my mother was like, Mom, man, that's my Jamaican name.
Yeah.
Anwar's on the phone. I said, yo, jeez. Because you know you're gonna hear the next thing.
That's a fact.
This nigga gonna talk his shit.
That's a fact. And I never even really came into for that.
Yeah.
That's my family too. So I was like, oh snap, like yo, that's dope.
I have to say, this is a very personal interview for me, and I'm fucking happy as fuck. War, this can't be another 20 years, man.
Nah, we gonna
can't be
this
another
like
20 years.
Every 3 times out of the month.
So look, this is Carrnation, this is Notes, this is the Politically Not Correct Show.